are you doing? What the freak day is it? Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, wacky Wednesday, wild Wednesday, weirdo Wednesday, wanna be a Wednesday, whatever Wednesday it is for you. For a minute, I was like, wait, is it even Wednesday? But it is, right? Oh, craziness. We're getting snow. Dave was supposed to commute to Salt Lake, which is 2 hours away from here through a canyon. And he has an appointment for a follow up for his dental stuff. And I was like, you should probably not go. And he's like, okay. And I told him that this is how I decide. He probably, every time I say this, he's probably like, oh, here we go. Good morning, Pixie. Good morning, Lisa. Hello. Good morning, Michelle, right? Polar something. I don't know. It's crazy weather. But I told Dave, I said, this is how I make a decision. And I'm sure he's just like, here we go. And I said, if I was going to drive down there, I would ask myself this question. Number one, do I have to go to my appointment? Will I die if I don't? So the answer, of course, is no. And I said, if I were to drive to Salt Lake today and I were to get into a car accident and wreck my truck or heaven forbid, hurt myself or anyone else, how pissed off would I be that I did that and I didn't have to? And, right? Good point. So that's how I made my decision. I was like, I wouldn't drive in it if you don't have to, because you're going to be livid if somebody slides into you and damages your truck, or you get in a car accident, or heaven forbid, get hurt, or someone else gets hurt. Good point. So he decided not to go. All right. This morning, I want to talk about something that is, I'm going to actually put my little paper up here. Hopefully I don't shock right? Remember when people were like, if you put paper on your computer screen, you'll shock it and the whole thing will blow up. I don't know if that's really true, right? It's one of those things. Okay. So I wanted to talk about self-sabotaging because I see this commonly a lot and when I start talking to you about it, right? Like everything else, it's just going to start, little bells are going to go off and you're going to take a minute. You're going to think about it. Marinate on it, like I say, marinate your little brain in it. And then you're going to be like, yeah, that probably does apply to me. So what beliefs are limiting you? I worked with a client who, I see this a lot. Someone will say, well, this is the day I was born. Are you into astrology? I tried to say that totally wrong. And I'm like, hey, I'm into whatever. So, but the thing of it is, I don't get myself attached to anything like that. Like, I'm not going to go read my horoscope and then set my day up for whatever my horoscope says, because I'm in charge. And that's where most people are losing themselves, right? If you wake up and you read the horoscope every day and you're 100%, hello, Holly, I see some new names. Hi, guys. This is exciting. Say hi. Then what kind of day am I going to have? I'm going to have a day based off of the horoscope that I read. Yeah, because I'm self-sabotaging and I'm giving myself a limiting belief. I don't do that, right? Sure, I might read my horoscope and I might get a chuckle out of it, but ultimately, I'm going to set the tone for my day. I'm going to make my day how I want to. I'm going to be a rebel. I'm going to write my own horoscope. That's the type of attitude that I want you to have. I can tell you that when I'm working with someone, if they're just set in stone that they have a limitation because they were born on a certain day or they were born in a certain year. Thank you. Dave picked out some socks for me. Baby, but I need socks that aren't new, like socks that I'm going to wear.
You can wear those.
Okay.
Why can't you wear new socks?
They're not washed.
Oh, please.
So, yes, if you share, you can win socks, by the way, and a free session with me. So go to bed. Stetson, did you leave? Are those your tracks that are outside? Because we have tracks leaving the house and nobody coming back. Okay, so that's just my kid. Those are both my kids, Stetson and Braden. Good luck, Dave. Don't die. Dave's not going to go anymore. Okay, so if I'm born on a certain day in the certain moon, then I read that I'm supposed to have bad luck. I literally have met people that have read something like that, and then no matter what they do, they're just self-sabotaging because they've got it in their little noggin that they're gonna, you walked to Pepperidge Farm. Okay, but they are, Stetson walked to Pepperidge Farm.
She's crazy.
Thank you, baby.
It does reference what the others can do.
Oh, I love it. I haven't worn these. Thank you. Do you want to say hi? Okay. Great. Okay. Um, yeah, so let me tell you another thing. Like there's been days where I have gone to wear socks and I'm a sock fanatic. I had this really cool pair of socks. They were orange and black striped and I loved them. They were like my little witchy socks and one of them got a hole in the ankle. And then I was like, what am I going to do? Because I love my socks and I don't want to not wear my socks. And then I was like, ooh, I can pair these up with another sock that looks kind of similar or a witchy sock. And then I'll just have two different socks. To be honest with you, initially I thought to myself, if I wear mismatched socks, will I have a bad day? Right? So here's the thing. Dude, does anybody else hate it when you get a friend request and then you request it and then 5 seconds later you're getting some like message about come and buy my makeup, come and buy my whatever? Dudes, if you're doing that, if you're in direct sales and you are just cold messaging people, you need to set up an appointment with me because we can do some abundance for you. You do not need to build your business off being a tool on Facebook. Don't just be friending people and messaging and trying to sell your stuff, okay? Hashtag it drives me crazy. And that's what just happened. Okay. If I wear mismatched socks, I'm going to have a bad day. What did I just do? Confirmed with myself. If I wear mismatched socks, I'm going to have a bad day. So instead, I'm like, oh, mismatched socks are super lucky. And if I wear mismatched socks, magical things will happen to me because I have mismatched socks on. Buy my OnlyFans. Yes, they are buy me OnlyFans. Um, and so that's what I do. Like I decide. I make up the rules. I make up my own beliefs. Now you can do this positively for yourself. And I'm going to tell you how I used to do this when I was flying. So flying an airplane landing. The airplane that I used to fly is a freaking beast. And you can Google it. It's called the KC-135. It was built in like 1950. This thing is an ancient relic. So it's an old airplane. It's very hard to fly. They've updated all the systems in it, but it's still very, very difficult. I'm seriously like the Harry Potter car, right? When the Harry Potter car is flying, like when you are landing, you are moving the yoke on the aircraft like this much. It's very dramatic. It's like driving without power steering. And so I used to do some cool things so that I subconsciously could manifest that I would have a beautiful landing. So the first thing that I would do is before, as I was coming into land, I would actually visualize my landing. So we call it kissing the runway. I would visualize my landing coming down. There's actually a little bubble of air that sits as you come down and you kind of squash it. It's a really cool scientific thing. You can go look it up. And you want to get into that little bubble. It's called ground effect. And you can actually fly in ground effect, but you hit the ground effect, squishy bubble, and then down and you kiss the runway. And pilots are really big on, oh, my landing was beautiful, right? Nobody wants to bang it down. If you set the light off for a hard landing, you have to tell maintenance and then they have to inspect the aircraft. So nobody wants that. So I would visualize my beautiful landing and then I would also chew gum. And I would tell myself with those two things, I would always have a beautiful landing. And I always had a beautiful landing. So you can set yourself up to do some beliefs that are positive like that. And that's easy, right? Because having a piece of gum whenever I land was super something simple. So you can change these limiting beliefs to something positive for you. Um, so I would just always chew gum when I landed and I would always have beautiful landings. That's super easy. Gum is abundant, right? I can throw packs and packs of gum in my flight bag and never be without it. Now, make sure you don't do this with stuff that you can't always have accessible to you. So, some people are really big into carrying little crystals around. Some people are really big into having something that brings them good luck or whatever. Just make sure that it's not something that if you do that to yourself, that if you don't have it, you're going to be a hot freaking mess. Because if you get it into your head, if I don't have my blank, then I'm going to have a really bad day. What are you doing? Right? You're setting yourself up to have a bad day based off of this limiting belief factor. Another way that we do this. What's an OnlyFans? Stetson's talking about people that buying fans. Are you guys together, Braden and Stetson, then? Are you not talking? So what if I thought to myself, well, I have dyslexia, so I can't, right? I have dyslexia, so I can't. I got into a really big argument with my sister who now doesn't want to talk to me anymore. And by the way, whoever's watching and tells her about what I say, hello. That's my favorite thing is when someone's like, someone tells me that they're mad about something I say on social media. And I'm like, you don't even follow me. So how do you know? Like, just follow me yourself if you're going to make other people follow me and tell you what I say. Anyway, my sister tried to tell me that we were at Christmas. She tried to tell me that she watches me and she knows that I have attention deficit disorder. And I was like, okay. And I just said, well, that's fantastic. Like, I don't know if I do, and I don't know if I don't. Potentially I do. And I just looked at her and said, that's great. I probably can diagnose myself with 1,000 things, honestly, if I really wanted to. I could probably say to some extent I have bipolar, but I don't choose to live my life like that. And I'm not going to label myself with something because I don't want to have a mental limitation that if I say to myself, I have attention deficit disorder, what does that mean? I'm limiting myself. So I don't care if I do have it or I don't have it. I'm not labeling myself. And she got pretty pissed off and we haven't talked since, which is fine because I'm not going to. I'm not going to label myself. I don't label my kids. I don't label anybody. You just make up your own beliefs. Stop reading crap and stop believing everything just because someone tells you you read this. Oh, I read this, right? I think I was exposed to asbestos. So then I start reading about it, right? And now what's happening to me? Oh, I suddenly realized that I have chronic fatigue. And now I'm starting to get all the symptoms that I've read about because I'm self-sabotaging, okay? You actually have the mental ability to release anything that is going on with you, from pain to emotions to everything. But you know why you can't do it? You don't have enough belief. You don't have enough belief in your ability to get rid of stuff. And that's okay because most people don't, right? And that's why I do sessions, because I use my belief and it works on you. And that's pretty cool. I don't know, even know. So another one, like, I'm a single parent. So if I say I'm a single parent, what do I automatically do? Self-sabotaging, my life should be harder. And then I'm actually making my life harder. Oh, doesn't mean that you're not a single parent. Doesn't mean that life isn't more difficult, but don't be getting it in your head that I'm a single parent. So when I wake up, automatically my day should be harder. It's crazy how the brain works. I don't even know what this other note is. Do you want to get rid of it? Then do it. I don't know. Yeah, you want to get rid of it? Then do it. That's kind of my mentality, right? If I want to have a positive day today, then I'm going to. That's how I start my day. I'm going to have a positive day today, and I'm going to. Nobody can stop me. Nobody can get in my way. Nobody can change that for me. And people ask me all the time, how do you vibe so high? How are you always so so full of energy? And unless my kids who are on here are being bad, no, I'm just kidding. I don't let anybody affect my day because I'm in charge. I'm in charge of my own mental thoughts. I'm not going to self-sabotage. And by all that is holy, nobody is going to take that away from me. So nobody is going to ruin my day. I do not allow anyone to have that kind of power over me. And my friends, that is why you're all here. That is why you're watching, is because I try to give you these little snippets every day so that you can start to be on this path as well. It's a beautiful thing. Your healing journey is your own. Do not get trapped into trying to be like anyone else, doing things like anyone else, believing what you read. Make up your own beliefs. Tell yourself what you want to have happen. Tell yourself, maybe I was born on this day in the moon of whatever, and I read that I'll have bad luck for the rest of my life. No, you won't. Change it to, I was born on this day and I'm very unique and I'm very divine. And this makes me have beautiful potential and unlimited amounts of abundance. And bam. Okay. Yes. If you share any of my videos, you are getting entered to win the Care Bear socks, which I don't know where they are right now. Yes, here they are. Please type shared because privacy settings blocks it. And sometimes I can't see who shares. So these are the socks that I will be giving away on Friday. They say Grumpy Bear on them. And stop messaging me, whoever you are. And also, you win a beautiful session with me, Blocked Emotions, Energy Healing. You can check me out on Facebook, blockedemotions.com, also on my website. So you get this, and you also get a Healy scan. Now, I got a beautiful review this morning, and I will be posting it to my page, but I will just read it because it is so scrum-diddly-umptious, although I probably can't find it because it's so difficult, right? This is my favorite. Sometimes people are like, well, I don't want to do a session. Oh, thank you, Braden. Sometimes when I do a session with someone that's skeptical, those are my favorite because I always know, like sometimes they start out and they're like, I don't really believe this, right? And then 2 minutes into the session, they're like, okay, just kidding. So I want to read this to you. And she told me I could share it. So I did a session with someone over the weekend. She said, oh my gosh, you and your session were amazing. I went into this not sure I even believed in this. And my gosh, the connection, the discoveries, and the healing were phenomenal. And so many times right on target. You left me so calm, well, calm as I ever get, and relaxed and feeling so much more positive. I can't thank you enough. I can't wait for future sessions and healing. Dave's probably laughing at me. Anyway, I love that. So yes, that's what this is all about. And we can work on anything. You got an addiction to potato chips, we can work on it. You have chronic pain, we can work on it. Okay, so Dave brought me some socks and he picked them out and I have not worn these before. So here we go. Sock of the day that I'm wearing because I'm a big t-shirt, like I got Mean Queen on. I'm wearing Rest in Peace. So this is Sally, Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm a sock and t-shirt freak. Okay, you guys, I hope you have a beautiful day. Don't forget to love yourself and be you. Stop basing things off of what you read. Don't self-sabotage. Okay, see ya.